destination is well in sight now. I didn't bring my flask because I thought it's too much to carry. I've got to get back up to the top. It's the only way out. There is quite a view here. You can see kind of right over towards Salisbury Hill near Bath, and over there is Westbury and Westbury Whitehorse, Bratton Camp and all that. Now what often happens is farmers fence off because of cattle, so our land, our access to all the magical places gets restricted by people who want quick money, well not quick money, but who want money but don't really care about the land. That's my only, one of my bones with farmers. Here's a view we don't often get. Look at the way that grass is blowing. It's like it's in a flow. Well, that is our access out, or our exit out. Nice and colourful along the bottom there. But I've found a way in. I'm going in this way. So you can tell that people have already used it. I myself have used it many times. It used to be easy. So let's get in. Greetings, guardian trees. May we pass? Thank you very much. Oh, there is a beautiful scent. I don't know what it's coming from. It's really sweet. Oh, it's lovely. Now, this is going to take what could take a bit of negotiating. Now I could say that, did you notice the difference in feel when we came into the trees? Now was it the trees, or was it that we're at the well? Yeah, this is hard. I can see a space through there. I can see water. So, and this is a willow we're now going to crawl under. This is obviously a channel that did have some water. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, look at this. Wow, we're in, we're properly in now. I see there's some containers here. That'll be for pheasants, I guess. Here we go. There, you can see some water. And we go over the rickety bridge. So someone does come here and make it so that you can get through. There's a lot of trees come down there. There's a bloody pheasant pen in there. Fucking disrespect to farmers. Kind of negates their argument about the land, doesn't it? Sure, they'll be the first to want to use water. Sorry to have to rant, but it really disgusts me. So this is one source up here. Let's go under. Ooh. Oh, it's hard with a pack on your back. Let's see. Can we get round this way? Oh, is this a? Maybe I will. The reason I'm a bit reticent is because my wellies have holes in. Oh, an arch to go under. Here we go, here she is. Behold. So here we are. You can hear the water in the background. But for anyone who's excuse how sweaty I look, anyone who's ever sneaked into places where they can get hassled by farmers or shot at, as I was recently, yep, I was shot at by a farmer. But I demand the right to go to my ancient places. I don't care whose land they're on, because we all own this land, and if we don't work together for it, it's going to go for our grandchildren. But yeah, if you ever have to sneak into places that are on private land, you do tend to open up all your senses, which is something I noticed years ago when I used to do it. I haven't come to create any harm or steal anything, but you know, so what happens is all your senses become alert, and where normally you could hear a certain distance, that doubles, and where you can only see so far, you can feel in your mind's eye a distance. And the same friend that I came up the bloody ditch with, I was taking them home one night round the narrow lanes, and they said, I feel quite safe with you driving. I said, oh, that's good. But I also knew that I sent my feeling sight ahead, you know, in the distance, to feel what was coming. And I've noticed many times when I get a message going, slow down, there's something coming, and if you ignore it, suddenly you're slamming on the brakes. So that's why I'm so hot. So I'm sitting here because there's more to explore here. So I'm going to sit here while I cool down, because otherwise it's going to really exhaust me. And I'm going to look more dishevelled than I probably am already. But this is the view I've got here. and the sound. Now, not a lot of people know this, but it's going to become quite obvious once I tell you, and that is the practice of throwing coins into springs and wells, notably copper and silver coins. And this is because copper and silver purifies water. It's that simple. If you don't believe me, just check it out. Is that incredible? And that's why people do it. And what with, I'm sorry to rant about farmers all the time, but they're the ones who've caused a lot of trouble by putting shit on, not putting shit on the land and putting chemicals on the land and chemicals in the animals. That I would drink this, but I'm not so sure, because there's cows there and who knows what they've had put in them that they're weeing out everywhere. So it's made me not trust things. So yeah, so there's a little bit of a warning for you. Okay, well, I've cooled down. Yeah, I've cooled down a little bit, so I'm gonna take you on an explore. Well, there's the end of a dryad saddle there, look. You can see just through there a little bit of water rippling, so we'll have to negotiate the stinging nettles. But there's a nicely warm path, so there's other people that come here too, which is great. This is the first bit we've stepped over. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this with confidence. It's having wellies on that makes me a bit nervous, because they can slip on logs like that. So you see it comes round here. There is another branch of it that goes up there, so I'm going to find a way over. Possibly I could, but I could come back and go there. I came here with my daughter when she was tiny, and it must have been in February time, January, February, and the whole place was full of scarlet elf cups. I mean, literally full. There were all these channels of water, were full, and every branch in the water, like all these, every was covered in thousands of them. And it took me another 15 years or so before that ever happened again. And I think this is going to be my bridge, isn't it? Let's take a little wander this way just in case. You can tell by this stuff. What's it called? Sedge. But it's wet, so that follows down through there, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's no way across there, so it looks like I am going to traverse the tree. So I may put you away while I do that. Yeah, I've done it. And there's where we were and have come from. So I'm going to head round this way. This hasn't been used for some time, has it? So that's great. Let's hope their little plan didn't work. Here's some more of it coming out here. And I guess it's up this side. There it goes. I can't really get to that one. Needs a good old clearing party. Come and move some wood. Well, the tracker in me has spotted footsteps. To be honest though, I wouldn't want to be coming down there. Not in wellies. That's not unless I was prepared to slip and slide the whole way down. Isn't that a song? Slipping and sliding. It's not one that I have or I'm familiar with. Something from the 70s maybe? Someone will know. Well, here we are in the opposite corner. Oh, look. Stagnant water. Ah! Oh no. So here we go, here's another bit that I'm right in the middle of. So this whole area where all these trees are, I ought to get out of this bit because I did start sinking in a bit of a bog a few weeks ago, or a couple of months ago. It was a bit weird. I didn't like it. And then a few days later the farmer shot at me. Ooh, there's a bit of a throne, look. Ooh, wow, that's a goddessy throne. What is it? What's the tree? Anyone? Oh, it's willow, isn't it? No. Ah, must be a willow. But I'm not sure. It's something else. Something I don't know. So, got to sit in it, haven't you? Oh, this is... Oh. That's the bit that's not comfy. Yeah, you cut off the blood supply to your leg. But... ah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know what these leaves are. I should. I'll go and look at it when I get home later and I'll go, oh yeah, of course it was. Sometimes the obvious just eludes me. So what I think I am going to do is I'm going to try and come here in winter because I'm a bit reluctant to go through that bit because it's a bit boggy. Look at the light. That's the great thing about rain in summer. The light's just incredible. English rain, of course. I can't speak for other places. But yeah, so I can try down there. You can see in the dip. That's where more water is. But going across this way is not as easy as you might think. Especially when you've got a gaping hole in your wellies. So, let's get going. But before I do, all the trees and greenery that you can see, and a bit beyond where you can see, all of it, the whole area, is the spring. And here's an example of what I mean by how dodgy it is. I nearly went into that. That would have been horrible. There's the tree I was sitting on. But all the way around it, that's the... up there is where I just pointed out. And then all of this is just... I don't know how far... I'm going to try jump while you watch. Okay. That's, oh, it's solid now. Now, I want to go back out the way we came, so I'm not going to try through there, but I must remember next time to bring non-leaky wellies. I do have a bag of plastic bags in the van that I could have put on my feet, but you know, it's not nice. But gardeners will know what I'm talking about. So we're back to the bridge now. I'll have to put you away because I need both my hands. So let's get out of this realm of the underworld. Well, I say underworld because that's where the water comes from, isn't it? Sad to see oak trees like this dead. Very sad. I'm partly tempted. Yeah, come on, let's go and have a look up here. It wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't do something like this, would it? Let's see where it goes. Aha. This is the side path. Because what happened was, there used to be the entrance where we came in. I think you might have seen the iron. Oh look. There's another part of it. So finding where it exits this place is really interesting. Because that flows that way. The one where we've just been sat is up that way and flows that way. No, it can't do, it's flowing that way. So this is going down to there. The one where we sat in the far corner goes down, and the one in the corner that we couldn't get to goes down. So they all, 1, 2, 3, all come down and meet and go along out there, where the one from the tree throne, which obviously comes from another place. So as you see, it is quite big. I mean, we were right over there. I can't even tell you. But it must be one of the biggest springs in area around, surely. I mean, the source of the Stonehenge one isn't that big. Oh, look at this. Now here's the smell. Thistles and ragwort. And for those of you who are vaguely interested, you see those houses that are coming down in the line there? I'll zoom in so you can see them. If you can see them around there. Well, just beyond them and down about, I don't know, say 500 meters or more, a little bit more, is the longest flight of locks in Europe and possibly the world. I think there's 29 of them. Just a little bit of civic history along with the ancient history. Now I could go out that way. Well, let's have a look. Why not? Oh, the smell. Wow. Honestly, it's so strong. That's the smell I smelt when I came in to the place. And if I had a smell-o-vision camera, then you would have smelt it as well. Don't know how I'm going to get out actually, but this stuff, this is colt's foot. It has a little spike of yellow flowers, and you can dry that and use that as a smoking substitute, as a tobacco substitute. And this is mugwort. No, it's not. No, don't. No, it's not. It's rag. Oh, hang on. No, it's ragwort. Of course, it's ragwort. I've been pulling it all day yesterday. Yeah, that's ragwort, and it's actually poisonous. That's why horses don't like it, so you have to pull it up. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this field. Ah, what's this? Ah, let's have a look up here anyway. Will I be on the wrong line of the fence? I could be, couldn't I? But that won't matter, I can get round here. Okay, well let's do that. So I was wise to test it for electric. Wasn't I? Because you don't have that there unless it is. What's this say? Warning, bull in field. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Bull in a field. Well. So that's it. I think it may be easier on the way back up for me. There's lovely knapweed everywhere. It's beautiful. Yeah, so I'm going to take the easy, gentle slope up. As you can see, okay. Going up there doesn't look like it would be the easiest but one day I did go through there with a friend of mine. We decided to go through there. Oh, wow. If you ever want to bond with someone, do something like that, because what was happening was that one of us would be able to get up via a tree, hang on to it and put an arm out and help haul the other one up. So it's kind of like, you know, that monkey game where you hang the monkeys off each other? It was a bit like that. It was great. One of the best days I've ever had, I think. It was just such a, you know, when you do something with somebody that only you two do and only you two know what was involved, and you're kind of helping each other out, because without each other you couldn't have got up there so easily. It would have been a right pain. Sometimes I like to imagine what it would have been like, you know, because there would have been people down in here, because that's the main encampment up there, and there would have been people doing stuff in these fields. Now, I don't know, would they have been tending goats and stuff? Would they? I expect possibly. I just wonder what kind of buildings would have been here, structures. I mean, talking medieval times would have been perfect, perfect for a tournament. But it's long before those times. I don't know what this is either. And I can't, because it's so windy, I can't get a focus on it. And that's the valley we're leaving behind. The valley between the escarpments. I know they're not Crimean mountains, but there you go. Anyway, I'm going to have a look into here, just so you can maybe get an idea of the steepness of the slopes in here that I was talking about. Snapped off trees. Can't quite get an idea, but it's good old. Well, let's have a look. 30. I reckon it's a 30-degree slope there. And look, that's not something you could run up. Now this all looks like something you could just saunter up until you start getting to places up in there. You can see through in there just how steep that is. Yep, we went up there. It was great. And here's a better view right at the end of this section. But most of it that we went up was actually covered with box, and more like this area. Well, anyone unfamiliar with Dutch elm disease, these are elms. As you can see, they're all dying because they only get to about 30 now. But if you thought I was inventing it, that's the leaf. That's the leaf of an elm. Now this is a rare sight because, as you can see, they're all dying. And this is what is going to happen to the ash trees, but the chances of them having any leaves or any growth at all is slim, judging by the amount of young saplings I've seen that are dead. So they're quite coarse leaves, and as you see they've got a point on the end and serrated edges and alternate veins. Here is one that's still alive, but as you see it's not very big. A nice little shot of a wayfaring tree by Burnham lantana, which is one Latin name I should know because I've planted enough of them. A little vein of pyramidal orchids to leave on. Some monster thistles. Now they hurt. Look at those spines. I did hear that the reason that thistles are the Scottish national flower is, or a symbol of Scotland, is that there was a Viking raiding party somewhere and the Vikings decided to attack at night or early morning but go barefoot. And of course, one of them, treading on a thistle, gave the game away. I like that story. I don't know how true it is, but it's a good story. Talking of good stories, I know someone who tried to drive a Robin Reliant along here, along the track at the top where we first started the video. They rolled all the way down to here. Luckily the roof fell off and three of them were thrown clear with no injuries. The folly of youth, eh? So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that. Get to see a little bit of earth healing, although I didn't do anything while it was being filmed, but yeah, that's why the pheasants didn't work in there, because of people like me going down there. So yeah, thank you for joining me, see you next time. Ta-da!